everyone, welcome back to 20-somethings TV. We are back again with more amazing news. Maybe not so much uplifting news, but at the very least, guys, there's no spaghetti sauce in this one. All right, so we don't have anything to worry about here, but other things we do have to worry about, though, are rappers like DMX, unfortunately. Friday night, he did have an overdose, which led to a heart attack, and it's not really in a great space right now.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, everything's unconfirmed because, you know, he is a celebrity, and I feel like it takes a while for, like, their team to actually, like, confirm, like, oh, they haven't even said if it's officially an overdose, but sources close to him have said it is. But, yeah, apparently he overdosed, and he was trying to be resuscitated for 30 minutes. Which obviously, like, that lack of oxygen to the brain has really detrimental effects, especially like someone of his age. He's 50, so like that makes it kind of even scarier. And yeah, apparently, like, sources close to him say that he's in a vegetative state, or at the very least there's little brain activity. So yeah, it's pretty scary. There was a vigil for him, apparently, recently outside of the hospital, like, where he was staying at, just, you know, trying to send him well wishes and stuff. But yeah, it's kind of...
It's good that you mentioned about... what's up, kid?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. No, I know how you said everything was speculated, but I also heard that he was, like, responsive now, and that he was completely fine and was expected to make a full recovery.
Huh.
I was reading that a few hours ago, so I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, I don't know. The sources haven't been right. Yeah. Remember, I think it was a year. Was it really a year ago now when Kim Jong-un had the same exact thing happen to him, where people were saying that he was going under surgery and then brain dead and then dead, and now he's just magically fine again. So it's kind of that same exact situation.
Wow, I didn't know that was a thing, but yeah, I guess it's just kind of hard with celebrities, I guess, to really know what's actually going on, because they don't, you know, put it out there in the open. But, like, they don't have to. They shouldn't have to. It's just, I feel like they probably want to get the story out before someone else does, because it's like, I don't know, better to come from them than someone else. But yeah,
it's definitely I think it's crazy only because I only know of this because my family was actually talking about it at Easter, and they were all like, oh yeah, you heard about, like, DMX and his overdose, and they were like, he had such a successful career, like, pretty much, like, talking about him in such a positive way. And I just think it's ironic, no offense to him, but I just think that if it were to happen to anybody of, like, a lower economic status, or, like, I'm in an opioid disorder class right now where we're learning all about how these types of things happen to a range of people, and I just think that it would have been so differently, like, looked at if it was to be like someone who's, like, poor or homeless. And it's just funny to see how, like, things like this can really differ depending on your status.
Yeah, I feel like that's a thing with the celebrities, and it sucks because, like, yeah, of course, like, we want to, like, send our well wishes. Like, nobody wants DMX, like, to die or whatever, or their favorite celebrity or whatnot, to die from an overdose, because that's, like, a horrible thing, and, you know, it sucks for his family and, like, all that. But it's unfortunate that if it was, like, someone on the street, like, shooting up heroin, or someone on the street, like, begging for money, or a low-income family, and you hear about parents doing drugs or whatnot, the response would immediately be, like, scrutiny and, like, how are they doing that? Just, you know, putting a negative light on it, which sucks because addiction is a disease, and it's not something that should be demonized so much, and, you know, have people cast out for it when they really need help. And it's just unfortunate that, you know, those people that are, you know, not as privileged financially, like DMX, like, they can't get what they need, and, you know, they can't go to rehab and get the support and whatnot. They're just kind of, like, cast off as, like, I don't know, druggies that aren't deserving of anything, which is, like,
they become part of the stigma, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to access these types of resources that they need for treatment, and it's out of, like, circumstances out of their control.
Mm-hmm.
Just sad.
And when it comes to like socioeconomics like this too, right? I mean, this reminds me a lot of Whitney Houston, almost 10 years ago now, where we don't know what drug DMX overdosed on, but it was cocaine and she drowned in her own bathtub. And I think there's a lot of parallels between this incident and that one.
Mhm. I think it's interesting too to see how like different celebrities, instances with overdoses are perceived too. Because I've actually been watching. There's a documentary that's coming out on YouTube in parts about Demi Lovato. And it's really good. I highly recommend anyone to watch this documentary. But she in 2018 suffered an overdose. And I feel like she's gone through a couple stints in the past with drugs and having to go check into rehab for, eating disorders and different things. And I feel like anytime it's happened to her, it's kind of like talked about in a negative way because, I don't know, she's a young girl who came up on Disney and whatnot. And it's kind of like, oh my God, how could she be doing this? She's supposed to be a role model for girls, like da-da-da. Like there's so much negative connotation about it. But then I don't know if it's because he's a man or if he's a rapper or whatnot, or because he's so much older, like someone like DMX, there's not that like negative connotation about it. So obviously all these rich people, celebrities have it off better because they're able to get the resources. Like it's a miracle Demi Lovato is even alive right now because she had like 2 strokes and a heart attack. But I don't know, there's still even that stigma against different kinds of celebrities based on aspects of their social identity, which is unfortunate.
It makes me wonder, do you think it's talked about positively for DMX because he's not going to survive, and for Demi Lovato it's because she survived?
Honestly, that's a good point.
I
don't know if people like knew though about if Demi Lovato was gonna survive, but I guess I don't know. I think that was kind of kept more private because she was not doing well. If you watch that documentary, she woke up like legally blind from her strokes. Like she couldn't see her sister. Like, oh, it's so sad. But
I didn't even know that happened to her. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like people didn't even really know much about it. It was just kind of reported that she had an overdose and was rushed to the hospital, and then she kind of like disappeared from the spotlight for a while and wasn't making music. And then finally she's coming out with this documentary about like nobody even knew like what drugs she was doing, and yeah, she smoked heroin and all the other drugs and stuff. Like it's insane. So
can she see now?
The documentary.
Yeah, she's good. She can see now. She's making bomb music. Go listen to Dancing with the Devil because it's fire. But yeah.
On the bright side, though, it's not all bad news, I suppose. I mean, we did get that giant boat out of the Suez Canal, which completely clogged up the world's economy. Quite literally, all of last week, it was gone inside the Suez Canal. The Evergreen ship getting completely dislodged sideways against the narrow canal for 6 days, getting unfreed by only a team of 5 people. A small boat like that disrupts the entire world economy.
Yeah, it's honestly insane. I didn't like realize. Oh, sorry. You got that. You got that.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I just I don't know. I didn't realize, I guess, how much like in my head, boat travel is like kind of an outdated thing. Like I don't know. I don't think of boats as like an important mode of like transportation of goods or anything. Like my brain goes to plane immediately.
Yeah, me too.
Like I don't know. I didn't realize like how important it was. But I was reading an article that was like 1/10 of a day's oil was like about to be shipped through that canal, and was like, I don't know, there was hundreds of boats on one side or whatever trying to get through. Like I had no idea that the Suez Canal was such a hot spot for these important boats.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know the Suez Canal was like a real, like I've never heard of it before. Like before this, whole thing. I was like, all right, like gnarly, I guess. I don't really know what to think of it.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Knew of it because my friend actually told me the week that, or whenever it happened, this is going to be really weird, but I guess my friend heard some story, or I don't know if he knew the guy, but I guess some guy devoted all of his like life savings into this shipment of rabbits that was on the boat.
Oh no.
And I did some research today, and because I was like, what happened? Like, were there actually rabbits on the boat? and it said that there was a bunch of live export ships, like that. These live export ships had a bunch of sheep and cows and animals on them for wool and dairy industries. So I don't know how the rabbits play in there, but I guess that these animals were suffering on crowded ships, and even though it's been freed, it's unclear whether the ships carrying the animals will be able to continue their journeys. So I guess that's a little concerning. Now I'm like, what's happening to all these animals that were on those boats?
Yeah.
Are they okay? So that was like what I really took away from this is like there are live animals still in danger, I guess.
Yeah, that's insane.
Which is crazy because if something like this can happen.
I mean, I've always wondered too, like how you travel animals like across the world. I always thought like packages, it's just on a plane, but I guess that wouldn't make too much sense to bring a cow on a giant aircraft, so it'd have to be a boat, I guess.
think of, like the boxes from Madagascar, like the poor little animals like in there. Oh, I hope they're okay.
I hope so
Bugs
too.
Bunny wasn't doing too hot.
I know, I guess not. So yeah, I'm wondering this poor guy that just invested all of his life savings, like goes down the drain now, I guess, unless
Do you have
he's
a warranty?
out alive. We don't know.
I mean, I don't want to like hate on your friend or whatever. Who invests their life savings in bunnies?
I have no idea. I guess he heard that like they were the new up and coming thing. Like he like got some intel that like this was the direction to go in, and he was like, "All right, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna make money," and it totally backfired.
Yeah, that's like karma.
Yeah, I'll say it's such a stupid decision.
Wow.
Yeah, like none of that. Let's not like trade animals and I don't know, like let them go adopt a bunny from an animal shelter that doesn't have a home. Like if you really want one that bad.
Speaking of stupid decisions, though, have your blood ever been a part of a shoe? No?
I can't say that it has.
Oh.
Bitch. That would be so cool.
That would be cool. Well, luckily, though, you can buy these Satan shoes from Lil Nas X, and you can have some human blood inside of the shoe, I guess. And it looks like they have the Nike logo on them, but it's not from Nike. It's so weird.
Not gonna lie,
They are
I
cool.
would too.
oh, they're cool. They're so cool.
To be honest, like they're sick looking. Like
They are.
That's pretty dope.
this company. So Lil Nas, like he dropped his song, Montero, Call Me by Your Name, which is like, about kind of where he can express his sexuality because he is a gay man, and talk about it's like kind of just tells the story of like how he met this guy over the summer that lived more of a dark lifestyle with drugs and partying. But Lil Nas was kind of like, I don't care. I just, let's get it on. Like he was just really, as he coined it, like simping for this man. And yeah, but in the music video, it was kind of, there's a lot of imagery of like heaven and hell because he grew up and was taught that like being gay was a sin and that he was going to go to hell for like who he was. So he was kind of like, well, all right, screw you guys, I'm going to hell. And so he made a music video where, as we all know, he slides on the stripper pole down to hell. And he fucking, owns that. And then he gives Satan a lap dance, which I'm assuming is supposed to like represent this guy that the song was about. And yeah, he just, is a genius when it comes to marketing and said, oh, this is stirring up controversy. Let me make a item of merch to go along with this that people can buy. And so he did that, and he partnered with the brand Mischief. I don't really know much about this brand. They kind of just like exist. Like, I don't know. It's not like a normal brand. Like they're very obscure about who they are and what they do. They kind of just make random drops where they kind of, I don't know, alter things that already exist. Like I was talking about before, they took Birkin bags, which are like $100,000 purses, and made them into Birkenstocks, like modeled like in the shape of like the actual Birkenstock shoe. So yeah, they created the Satan shoes that have a drop of human blood in them, which was, I think it's true. I think it's confirmed because they confirmed it to NBC, and I don't think they're going to lie to like a national news corporation about
They
it.
would for marketing, though.
That's true. But I don't know if NBC would report on it if it was like fake, because I don't know, I was watching a video about it and the reporter was like, is this true? And then the correspondent was like, they did confirm it. So I don't know, man.
I mean, I would
I
tell
would
them I
believe
confirmed
it.
it too.
Yeah. You said the brand is Mischief, right?
But it's like not spelled the normal way. It's
It's
like
like MSSGF.
Yeah. So this is the same brand. They made Holy Water, like Air Jordans. They made Holy Water shoes where they took water from the River Jordan, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, they took water from that and put it in the heel of the shoe. This is the same brand that did that.
Yeah, I was reading. I saw that on their website.
I wouldn't be surprised then if this was real blood in the shoe.
Mhm.
They seem to be no joke.
But whose blood is it?
That's a great question. That's what I'm wondering.
Did they
Yeah,
like get it from a blood bank? Like, how do you?
Or is it like Lil Nas's blood? Like
Ooh,
that would be
even better.
Well, they made 666 copies of the shoe.
Mhm.
So
Nice.
do you think he put like 666 drops of blood?
How many drops of blood would that be?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, would that
Go to the
seems
internet.
like it could be doable? Like 666 drops. Like, it's not like they're like
Yeah,
designs out of blood. Like,
Yeah.
that's definitely
it could
doable.
be possible.
It's about
I-
a pint of blood.
That's a pint of blood.
About, yeah. Oh, the Jesus shoes, which are like the Nike Air Max 97s, are filled with holy water and scented frankincense. They cost $1,425 and are already sold out.
Mhm.
But I think the Jesus shoes were licensed though. That's the difference though.
Oh,
Okay.
that makes sense. I feel like Nike would be okay with like aligning themselves with Jesus, but like not with Satan. But like
Yeah.
you're
So, like,
missing out on a marketing opportunity.
Yeah.
Right.
let's
Who
just say
cares?
let's just say hypothetically, like I had the Jesus shoes, then I had like the Satan shoes. Like, would they cancel out, or would I still
Maybe.
hell for it?
That'd be
I
awesome.
think
Wear one of each on each foot.
That'd be so
Honestly,
cool.
that's kind of dope.
I saw that on Twitter where people wanted to wear one of each, and I was like, oh, I have to do that. I haven't
Yeah.
seen anyone like in the wild with a pair of the shoes yet. So you know what? Despite everything being said, I still don't know if they're real. Like until someone like on Twitter just posts a picture of them with it in their hands.
What the
I don't know.
Satan shoes?
Mm-hmm.
Go on YouTube, look up unboxing of the Lil Nas X Satan shoes. By
I don't
Mr.
trust those. No, I don't
it's
trust
real.
those.
It's real. The box is insane too. It has like a bunch of biblical Satan verses on it.
But they could be paid. You never know. I want to see random Joe Schmo getting one of the $1,400 shoes just randomly online.
I mean,
I'm still gonna look it up though.
yeah, I know you are. I know you're gonna look up that.
Well, they
Yeah.
definitely were made, and they are a real thing. And I don't know. I think they're cool. People, of course, had things to say because they're like, "Oh, Lil Nas X, he shouldn't be promoting imagery of Satan because, like, wah." And people are
message. It's the
It's just-
message, not the fact that it's Satan.
Yeah.
Like,
and also like I'm like, you're really mad about it. It's like the depiction of Satan is like, I don't know, I found it kind of funny. Like, I think Lil Nas goes off in the video, but like the actual person dressed up of Satan, like it wasn't a realistic version of the devil.
right,
Like
it was a joke.
it was a guy. Yeah, like I don't know. Plus, like I don't know. You're gonna get mad about a some devil figure that you don't even know is real being depicted in a music video. Like, people are dying. There are more important things to worry about than Lil Nas X giving a lap dance to a fake Satan in a music video.
It's still better than WAP.
That's very true.
I don't know. I love WAP as well. So that's a banger.
It is a banger. I love Lil Nas X though. He is a marketing genius. I don't think there's anyone like him in the 21st century. Billie Eilish kind of comes a little close though.
Almost, but Lil Nas X is good at
Almost.
being a troll because like
Yeah.
he put out like a fake apology where he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Like I shouldn't have done this. I just wanted you guys to know." And then it cut to the music video. Like he does not care.
Yeah, he is amazing. But speaking of amazing though, it looks like we are just about done with the show. And with that being said, though, guys, I can't wait to be with all of you again next week. But we're coming really close to the show season ending, too. I think we only have 2 other shows left after this.
Sad.
Yeah.
I just want to like nip it through too.
Right?
Yeah.
But we got to enjoy it while it lasts. But until then, we'll make the last 2 episodes count. We'll see you guys all next week and have a wonderful night.
Keith, you're canceled. No, you're canceled. No.